to get some of your thoughts on some of these things. Richardson Hitchens beat Liam Paro in Puerto Rico, and now we'll be fighting George Kambosos. But Subriel Matias is the number one mandatory. He wants that shot, but they're talking about this fight being in Vegas or New York. I thought if it was going to Australia, it would make money sense. I don't know. You talk to me. What do you think about the matchup? What do you think about, Richardson beating Liam Paro and coming into this fight? And do you feel like he's avoiding Subriel Matias? I mean, Subriel Matias has gotten
Everyone,
offered. Yeah.
everyone avoids Subriel Matias.
Mm.
Like I said, if he was such a piece of garbage that lost to Liam Paro, this and that, fight him. Fight him. He's your mandatory. Then fight him. If no one's hands are hurt, if no one's this and that. I mean, like you said, if the fight was in Australia, maybe it made a whole lot of money sense. But I don't know. I don't know if that fight makes sense in Las Vegas. It should probably in New Jersey or somewhere out there where Richards has a lot of people and things like that. But I mean,
Possibly New York, but then again, wouldn't that don't we think that Subriel Matias style bringing so many people from the New York Puerto Ricans from the New York area, go and support that fight, or do you feel like the Australian George Kambosos would get that support? I mean, you tell me, as a like thinking
no,
as a promoter type deal, you know what I mean? Like,
I was a promoter and I were to make it in New York, I would put Subriel Matias. If I'm looking at money wise, if I'm looking at style wise, if I'm looking at what people want to see, New York is a second Puerto Rico. You know, um, I would put it in Puerto Rico. That's where I would put that fight in Puerto Rico and Orlando, Florida, somewhere around there. It's probably not a fight that would make a lot, but I would put it at the Casino Royale, and make that fight happen with Subriel. I think, you know, I mean, if Subriel was that easy, people, I had that problem. You got to remember, I used to coach Subriel. I know how hard the negotiations were. I know how frustrating it got. You know that people say, "Oh, we don't want to fight him. He's a nobody." But I mean, it was hard for us to get fights for him.
wow, wow. Um, you know, how do you feel like winning, Tevin Farmer the second time around? Do you feel like a Shakur Stevenson fight would be next?
For William,
Of course.
it has to. I mean, it has to. I don't see any other. They're dangerous out there, man. That 135 division is dangerous out there. That it has to be that fight. It has to be a Shakur Stevenson and William Zepeda because everyone else is also dangerous. So why risk it? Why risk it when you can go and fight Shakur? It has to be next. It has to.
Yeah, so if it's not Tank Davis, it would have to be Shakur Stevenson.
Hank Davis needs to go fight Lamont Roach again.
Mm.
Just like we're fighting Farmer again. It put doubt in people's head. So they got to do that. But I mean, you got dangerous guys out there like Keyshawn Davis, who's a great fighter. Who's gonna
Calling
make us.
out Edwin De Los Santos, calling
It's
him out.
it's gonna make us a lot less money to fight with Keyshawn Davis. That's just as dangerous of a fight, than to fight Shakur Stevenson for better money.
Mm, mm. Is it as dangerous? Do you feel like they're both equally as dangerous?
They're all dangerous. Williams not 22 years old anymore. You know what I'm saying? These
True.
guys are hungry, man. These guys. That's the realistics about boxing.
Young
He's,
Lions.
he's not 22 years old anymore. These guys are. These guys are hungry. These guys want to be up there. They want their name to be spread out there. Of course, it's dangerous. They're all dangerous out there.
100%. You were saying that Tank Davis needs to run it back with Lamont Roach. What was your reactions to that fight?
I thought Tank Davis won. I mean, I thought he won, but certain little things out there that people will say. I mean, I personally think that Tank wins the rematch. You know, but we have people say he took a knee. We don't know. In boxing, you take a knee, that's a point. Why he took a knee? Because he got gel in his eye. I mean, that whatever was the reason. But still, so he as a champion, I believe he has to give the people what they want to see. That rematch and stuff like that. I mean, I don't think he lost the fight, but he has to give the people what they want, what they want to see.
And in the rematch, you feel like Tank will be victorious.
Yeah, I think Tank will be victorious.
Mm, mm. I love this, man. This is the 135 division is so strong, man. And yeah, what do you think about Keyshawn Davis sending a contract to Edwin De Los Santos?
I didn't hear about that, but yeah, no, Keyshawn is a great fighter. They're all great fighters out there. That just goes to show you he wants to fight a tough guy like Edwin De Los Santos. When he beat the champ, and he can fight whoever he wants to fight.
Mm. Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. Because like you were saying, Edwin De Los Santos got that Shakur Stevenson payday, but like you said, you will get paid less to fight a Keyshawn Davis. When I talked to Edwin, he said that the purse got to be right. So this could be one of those things that it's like maybe you
Yeah,
don't take
want
the fight
to
because
he,
it's
he
not
don't
that
want to
much money.
he don't want to go backwards.
He's highly ranked. Yeah, you're right.